Hello, this is Dr. Mears. Today we're going to be finding slope between 2 points. This video is for your ISN, and I'm actually titling this the video ISN slope between 2 points. This is going to help us be able to find that rate of change. If we had it in a table, it would be our constant rate of change. However, we only have 2 points, so we're going to use the slope formula. I'm just going to write the slope formula up on this page. M, which represents slope, equals y2 minus y1, the change of the y's, divided by x2 minus x1, the changes of the x's. And in order to start here, the directions say find the slope of a line through each pair of points. I'm going to label this. This is my first point that I see. It's also on my left. So this is my x1, y1. This is my second point that I see. It's the one on my right, x2, y2. So now what I have to do is substitute my points in to my formula. Slope equals y2, which is negative 9. I'm automatically going to put a minus y1, which is 11. x2, which is negative 18, automatically put a minus. x1, which is negative 3. Again, you're going to have to be careful because this is minus and negative here. So when we go to do our subtraction, we're going to be adding the opposite. So that's why I always like to put my minuses in and then my numbers. So our slope equals negative 9 minus 11 is going to give us a negative, oops, I'm sorry about that. That's going to be 20. And negative 18, we're going to be adding the opposite. So this really becomes negative 18 plus 3, which is going to be negative 15. I always want you to reduce here. So when we reduce, we're going to find a number we can divide both 20 and 15 by, and that's going to be 5. So we're going to divide negative 20 by 5, and we're going to come out with a negative 4. We're going to divide negative 15 by 5, and we're going to come out with a negative 3. I also want you to notice that we have negative and negative. When we divide a negative number by another negative number, it comes out to be positive. Sorry, I need to move that down. So here we have a negative number divided by a negative number. 4/3 is going to change into, because negative divided by a negative is a positive. So this is not only we reduced this, we also divided out these negatives so that we have a positive slope here. Go up to number 2. Number 2, negative 5, 13, 3, 13. This is x sub 1, y sub 1, our first point. This is x sub 2, y sub 2, our second. Substituting into our slope formula, we're going to get y sub 2, which is 13, minus y sub 1, which is another 13. X sub 2 is 3, minus, let's go up to x sub 1, negative 5. Again, here we have that situation. M equals 13 minus 13 is 0. 3 minus a negative 5, adding the opposite is 8. When we divide that out, we're actually going to get 0. 0 divided by 8 is absolutely fine. 8 times 0 is 0. So our answer comes out to be 0. No need to reduce. That's just it. Our next examples down here, number 3 and number 4. Again, we have x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Let's substitute our numbers in. M equals y sub 2 is 0 minus y sub 1, which is negative 15, x sub 2, which is negative 20, minus x sub 1, which is also another negative 20. M equals 0 minus 15, again, adding the opposite is 15, negative 20 minus, negative 20 minus negative 20, adding the opposite, this is going to give us 0. Now this is a little bit different than what we had before. The situation that we had before was 0 divided by 8, which gave us 0. Here it's 15 divided by 0. That means we would have to multiply a number by 0 to get 15, and that is not possible. So this is actually going to be undefined. And remember, an undefined line is actually going to look something like that. So if you were going to graph it, it would look something, it would be a vertical line. Remember, undefined slope. And if going back to 0 here, 0 divided by 8, this would actually be that our horizontal line. Okay, our last one, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Slope equals y sub 2, negative 13, minus y sub 1, 5. X sub 2, 18, minus x sub 1, minus negative 18. Our slope equals negative 13 minus 5 is going to give us negative 18. Adding, because we have to add the opposite, here we're going to come out with 36. So our slope, we're going to have to reduce it, is going to come out to be, I believe, negative 1 over 2. This is negative, this is positive. Even if we divide it out, we would still have a negative. So this negative can go with the 1, or it can go with the 2, or it can go in front. But we only have one negative, so that stays as 1 negative. I hope this helped. If you need to review, rewind, redo, absolutely fine. Again, this has been Slope Between 2 Points. This is Dr. Mears, and I hope it helped.